right, ladies, welcome to our 10-10 celebration. You made it into the room with me, and we are just going to have this brief pause together. We want to celebrate the fact that you actually took time for yourself to pour back into yourself and to kind of actually do a little bit of work. Like if you saw some of the workbooks, it was a little bit of work that you had to do. And the other thing I want us to remember is if we got behind on the 10 days this week and, weren't able to do all the workbooks, we could only listen or we only listened to I don't know, 4 videos or whatever the case is for you, that it's okay, right? Because the whole point of this is, for me, was to get it made so that it could continually speak into your lives. And not only yours, but whoever we share it with and whoever, we feel like, you know what, this person needs this encouragement. This person, especially this video, this person needs to hear this video. So when you go back and look at the actual YouTube channel, my actual YouTube channel, you will see that I have created the 10 days of pause playlist. So you could just take that one link, send it to someone, and they'll get the whole well, right now it's just 1 through 9, but eventually this video will be up there as well. So they'll get the whole thing and you don't have to worry about, oh, did they get, this video or that video? They'll just get the whole thing and they can watch at their leisure. And same for you. If you need to go back to it, you don't need to go back to the emails. You just go right to that list, that link for the playlist, and it's there for you, which I love. Isn't that great? Yeah, I love that. Okay. So, the other thing I want us to remember, even though this is the end of the challenge, it's really the beginning of our journey, right? It's the beginning of us having a new level of awareness, a new intention that we are going to create redemptive rhythms of pause in our life, new patterns of pause. This is like, um, it's kind of like when you're graduating from school and they tell you, this isn't the end. It's just the beginning of your journey or your career or, whatever. That's what this is. This is like, it's the end of the challenge, but it's really the beginning of us committing to establishing new patterns in our lives because all of us that are here have something that we need to be living for and we need to be living well, whether it's our family, our purpose, our career, uh, whatever it is that we are doing and that we are here for, and we want to be healthy and energized and ready for that. So it's really the beginning, right? um and Abby, I want to thank you so much. You had so many comments on videos and you were telling me what you wanted to do, and I just want to let you know that you are going to get a hand painted journal from me. Look at her. Abby, I wish you guys knew Abby because whenever she gets so excited,
Thank you so much.
I'm
I can't be loud, but I am excited about that. Thank you so much. Yay!
happy. That's so awesome. So, yes, Abby and Jessica, who's not here, and the lovely Lisa. I thank you guys so much. Lisa is here in the yellow. Thank you guys so much. You are going to get little treat from me in the mail, just congratulating you for all of the effort and engagement that you did this week. I really appreciate you for making it lively and just, diving into it. And I can't wait to hear, like, how when you throw a rock in the water and it ripples, I feel like this is kind of like a rock that we're throwing out there, like our experience in the challenge. We're throwing it out there and it's going to have ripple effects. And I fully believe that you will come back, whether it's to me personally or on a comment on the video or whatever it is, that there's going to be residual impact from what you put in to yourself this 10 days. So, yay for y'all. I'm so happy. I also want to just really briefly acknowledge Samantha. Samantha Edu is here and she's so amazing, y'all. If you do not know Samantha, I want you to follow her. She's Brown Heart Wellness on Instagram. Are you the same on TikTok? Brown Heart Wellness?
It's Samantha Edu on TikTok.
Okay, so it's her name, Samantha Edu on TikTok, but Brown Heart Wellness on Instagram. And the amazing thing that happened for Samantha and I work together actually, but we are a part of a group together at work. And, in that group, we really support each other. We really, you know, we just lift each other up. And so I follow her and I, pay attention to what she's doing. But somehow I did not pay attention this time because you know what Samantha is doing tomorrow? Samantha is doing the position to pause retreat. How awesome is that? That's amazing. So we want to celebrate Samantha because this is the 1 year anniversary of her company, Brown Heart Wellness. And so what happened was she saw me posting about the pause and she said, oh, and it was, October 1st through the 10th. And so she saw me posting about that and she sent me a message. I didn't know you were talking about the pause. And I was like, yeah. And then she told me I saw what she was doing. It's like, man, I wish we would have partnered. I'm like, oh, we can still partner, right? We can still do it. And so Samantha and I did a live together and we did some joint posts and joint article about pausing, about her retreat. And how awesome is it that my challenge leads right into her like October 1st through the 10th, and then she's October 11th. Like nobody can plan that, right? Two women who absolutely know each other, love each other, and support each other are doing these events that lead right into one another, talking about the same thing. Didn't even know it. But it's just awesome. So Samantha, congratulations. And her retreat is sold out. How awesome. Like, yes. Yay. So she lives in Atlanta and their retreat is in Atlanta at a yoga studio and they're just going to be having a ball in their tea and all the wellness things and all the things, right? It's going to be awesome. Hold on, let me let someone else in. Welcome, Marquita. Yay, Marquita's here. Okay, so this is 1010. 1010 is World Mental Health Day. So I did that on purpose, leading us up. 1010 is very important to me personally, but also because it's World Mental Health Day. So some of the things I just wanted to share a few things with you. I won't keep us here really long. I know it's like the middle of the day and I appreciate y'all for being in. Um, so I'm just going to tell y'all a story really quick. Um, just to give you a little bit of background about myself, about where 1010, like the importance of it comes from, aside from it being mental health um, awareness day. So, okay, here we go. 1010. So it started because I think in this challenge, I did mention that I was dealing with a deep loss of someone and it just, and oh, maybe that was the creativity day where I said the creativity pulled me out. Okay, so I was dealing with that and that creative experience was the only the beginning of the journey, right? It was just the beginning. And I still had a lot of things that I was struggling with and just kind of working through that whole grief and coming back to myself and figuring out how my life was going to look from here on out. And um, so my 20, I think it was my 28th birthday. My 28th birthday was coming up. And Lisa, who's on the call with me, and my sister and Lisa's sister planned a trip to the beach for my birthday. And on that trip, God started speaking to me using the color red. And the thing that's significant about that is I hated the color red. Like I absolutely hated the color red. You would not catch me. in the color red, not at all. And like ever. And so it was funny to me that he was using the color red because it was like a complete reversal of everything that I had experienced. And here's how it happened. I got to the beach house first and I was waiting for all the girls to arrive. I was watching the show What Not to Wear. Remember that show? Like they're even back right now doing some Stacey's back with Clinton doing some news show right now, but back then it was What Not to Wear. And I was watching that show and Stacey London was telling the girl who she was working with that she wanted her to buy this red dress. And the girl was really resistant. All she wore was black, which was me. All she wore was like yoga pants and workout clothes, which was also me. And sometimes still is. But the point is she was telling her that. And one of the things that Stacey said to her was, "You deserve to wear this red dress." Red, people who wear red are confident. People who wear red are bold. People who wear red command attention. People who wear red know what they want. People who wear red make people look at them. And I was like, I want to command attention. I want to be confident. I want to be bold. I want to, all these things. And so I'm sitting there listening to her. And I'm like, hmm. And so that was one of those moments where God steps in and he's like, are you listening to her? Like, are you hearing this? And this is what he said to me. Are you going to continue to hide using your clothing, or are you going to stand out and be the woman that I've created you to be? And I was like, like, ah. And so I was like, well, it was kind of like a hesitant yes, It was like a, yes, yes, I am going to do that. And that was the beginning of the trip, right? So I'm waiting for the girls to come, and that entire trip, we were at the beach for, I believe, about a week, and I promise you, almost every day of that trip, something happened with red. Ladybugs were landing on me. I bought my first red article of clothes. It was like a scarf that I could wear in my hair. I bought that. Like, all of these little things were happening that God was using red to illustrate this point to me, like it's okay to be who you are. It's okay to be bold. It's okay to stand out. You were born for this, whatever this is for you, right? And so that was another step on my healing journey. And the way I look at it now is that the red represents the original intent, the original woman that I was created to be before grief, before pain, before disappointment, before loss, before busyness, before all the things that came and kind of caused me to shrink back a little bit. That red represented that. And that's why I have the book. For those of you that know, I wrote a book. It's called Originally Red. And that's where that concept comes from. Originally red, being the bold, brave woman that you were originally created to be before all the life happened, right? So that when you see me with the shirts that have the little red dot on the shift and the red dot that I'm putting everywhere, I want you to remember, like, this is her telling me, be bold, be brave, be you, stand out as the woman that you were destined to be. And the only way that we can really truly do that is if we take moments of pause, right? We have to cultivate that rhythm of rest and caring for ourselves so that we can stay locked in to that woman that we were created to be. So that's the message of the red dot. And um but listen, I still struggled. I still struggled. After that message, I still struggled. I still was like, so the 10-10 part of it. So, as we're coming up to 2010, I had this dream in my heart that I was supposed to get married on 10-10-10. I just picked it because I love the number 10 and, you know, it just made sense to me because why can't I have what I want, right? So, as 1010 was approaching, 10 10 10 was approaching. It was pretty clear I wasn't gonna get married unless there was some kind of, like, angel coming from heaven that I wasn't aware of, but more than likely, no, it wasn't happening, and I was a little sad, honestly. And so, as it was coming closer and closer, I had another one of those moments, and God was like, "Hey, daughter, Nicole, are you going to sit in your sadness, or is your voice that I've given you and the message that I've given you to make your impact on the world?" And I was like, "Dang, man, yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it." I probably was a little bit kicking and screaming, like, Lisa was probably there for some of that, and I was probably like, "Ugh," but I still said yes. And so 10, 10, 10 that year was the first year that I did an event that was speaking to the hearts of women. I chose 10 of my closest friends in my life at that time. We all went out to dinner. I got them each a gift that spoke into their lives and a card, and I read it to them out loud. Everyone's crying and laughing, and it was beautiful. That to me is the very first 1010 event. Um, and it was 101010. Every year since then, I have done something on 1010, whether it be on a more grand scale like that, or whether it just be something personal for myself. And as this 1010, this year, 1010 25 was coming up, I had people talking to me and asking me, like, "Hey, what are you doing? Or what's going on in your business? Or what are what's up with you? What are you doing?" And I would tell the story and I would, tell them what I was working on. And they're like, "What about this 1010?" And I'm like, I don't know. It seems a little too close. I don't know if I don't know if I can do anything this 1010." And they're like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, I don't know. And here we are today. On 10 10 25, I said yes again and I created the 10 days of pause. And I'm just so excited about it. I'm so excited that I followed through, made these videos that you can all continue to enjoy. It's really a celebration of us as women and who we've been created to be, and really acknowledging that we wear so many hats and we have all of these great visions, great purpose for our lives. And it's okay for us to pour into ourselves. Yes. All it takes is yes, and God will give us everything we need to carry out the purpose. Amen to that, because I honestly, I don't even know. I wasn't sure about how I was going to do this today. Like being here outside of a church, celebrating someone's life who has lived a long life, and it's like we're saying goodbye for now to her, and I'm birthing something new. I felt like that was something so significant. Like I'm doing this birthing, she's saying goodbye to us, you know? And and so that's what 1010 is. And I'm committed now. I'm fully in the yes, y'all. I'm fully in the yes. And so next year, 10 10 26, that whole weekend there is going to be the first in person retreat that I do. Yeah. It's gonna be so awesome. So, it's gonna be in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So, Abby, you I need to see your face in the building, okay? Everybody else, obviously, you're welcome to be in the building as
I
well.
will be there. I'm gonna put it on my schedule now.
Yes, 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 yes. So, I will be talking more and more about that as we can, as the months come on, and there'll be, early registration, and information about all of that. But isn't that exciting? Like, it's so exciting. I'm excited. So, the other thing I wanted to tell you guys today is that, as I said, this is the end of the challenge, right? But it's not the end of our journey. So, I am starting something called pause sessions. pause sessions are free sessions that'll be just like this. We'll be on Zoom together, and we are going to be led through different types of pausing. So we'll just pause together, and we'll also do some brief check ins about how you're doing and anything that is challenging for you as far as where you are with your patterns of pausing, your redemptive rhythm. You're going to get all this information in your email, but the first one is going to be October 20th, which is a Monday. It's not something that you have to come to everyone, although if you want to, you're welcome to, but I think it's a good plan to try to get to at least one per month, right? Like one per month because it's like you're checking in and this is like your monthly check-in. How am I doing? Am I still pausing? Do I need that reminder in community of the pause? And so I'm thinking about I will be doing pause sessions more than one time a month and you're welcome to join. But I think that being able to say, yeah, I'm going to do a pause session with Nicole once a month is pretty cool. So the first one is going to be on October 20th. And I'm thinking about doing a morning one, like an early morning one before you would go to work, and then one in the later in the day. That's good, right? Because it gives you options. So that's what I think I'm going to do and how it's going to look. And it's probably going to be on Mondays and Fridays. I love Mondays because it's like you start your week off that way. And then Fridays I like because we're heading into the weekend and it's kind of a reminder like, oh, what are you going to do this weekend to fill yourself up? So be looking for that, but know that the first one's coming October 20th in the morning, October 20th in the afternoon. But you'll see it in your email and you'll get the link to join that. And again, those are always going to be free of charge because I think it's awesome to be able to have this community of, yeah, we're doing this together. We know that this is something that we're committing to, this new pattern of pause, and we get to do it together and it's fun, right? I think so. So, okay. So, two more things before I let you go. One is this that I have started a membership group. The membership group is called the Well Collective. The reason it's called the well is because it's patterned off of John 4, the woman at the well, right? She was drinking water that would not run dry. And so of course, we know she was talking to the Lord and it meant something different. But for us, I kind of took it and we're going to take it to mean that we are in community together and we're continually sipping from the well. We're continually being reminded of the pause. We're continually being trained and coached and, you know, thinking about strategizing our lives, thinking about our scheduling. And so there'll be all kinds of things happening in that membership group if you decide that you want to be a part of it. From now to the end of the year is going to be my founding membership. So that means, oh, hold on, let me let to wear it in. So from now to the end of the year is going to be my founding members. So what that means is you will lock in those prices. So right now, it's $25 per month. That's it. And you will lock that in forever. And what do you get when you are a member of the Well Collective? Well, we are going to do monthly trainings by me and maybe some of my friends at times. I have lots of friends who are therapists and coaches and all kinds of experts and things that would help us in our pause and in our caring of our souls and spirit, mind, and body. So there'll be trainings every month. There will be laser coaching. And so what is laser coaching? Laser coaching is when you get to ask me questions in this setting. Like this will just be like this, and you'll get to ask me questions and I'll just fire back like, oh, have you thought about this? What about this or this or this or this? And those will always be recorded and they'll be put into the group. Now, if for some reason you are not able to make those sessions, what you can do is you'll get an email every time I'm getting ready to do a laser coaching session, which will be weekly. You will get an email, and in that email, you'll be able to say, this is my question, and this is what I want to say, and I'm going to have a Google form, and you fill it out. This is my question. This is what can you speak to this? Can you whatever? And every week I'll just come back and be like, okay, I have this question, and this is what I think about that. This is what these are my thoughts. And so that's kind of what. And then there's also obviously the option for you to be live, and we can kind of go back and forth. So that's what laser coaching is, and it could be about anything dealing with your self-care, your schedule, your time management, um, anything that's impacting that. Um, then you will also get a one-to-one coaching session with me. So you get one that's just complimentary for the year, and then you'll get my highly low discounted rates for additional sessions if you want that. But I mean, laser coaching is pretty cool. I've been in some groups where they've had laser coaching and so helpful. So awesome to have that. So you may not even need to have any extra one-on-one sessions, but if you want them, that's available too. So also in the Well Collective, you might see me just pop up in there and be like, oh, just chatting and asking you how you're doing. I'll have questions for you. There'll be journal prompts, all kinds of things to keep this at the forefront of your mind. Um, you will also receive discounts to any workshops that I hold, anything that I have going, all the retreats that are coming up, anything you as a member of the Well Collective will receive discounts to that. If you join between now and the end of the year, that's your price forever, as long as the Well Collective exists. And we will just, as I add more to the group, as it grows, as it develops, you're locked in. And I think that's pretty cool too. So, um, let's see. The last thing that I want to share with you is I am going to be doing a workshop that is about developing your plan for your self care, for your new rhythms of pause. And that's going to be called the ShiftWell Life Mapping Workshop. So I'm just telling you ahead of time so you can know what's coming and think about if it's something that you would be interested in doing. So that's going to be coming. I'm going to start talking about it more in November, like toward the end of October and November, and we'll do it before the end of the year. So all of those dates, everything, like I said, is going to be coming to you in your email. So you don't have to worry about remembering anything that I'm saying. But I just wanted you to have that information. Thanks so much, Samantha, for dropping in. Have a fabulous day. And a great retreat tomorrow, Samantha. We are cheering you on. Yes. Have a wonderful retreat tomorrow. Does anybody have any comment, question, remark, whatever that they want to say? Anything that you learned, anything that was highlighted to you that you want to share or express from any of the 10 days? Oh,
I have something.
yes.
Uh-huh. I just wanna thank you. Tell you when I saw that you were going to do this, I said, "If she does not get out of my head and stop trying to make me stop." Because I have not paused in a long time. Nicole, we live in Dr. Nicole, we live in the same city, and
Yeah.
I have not paused to get in contact with you like I was supposed to. And so, so it's just, if this made me do it because if I'm going to, take on something, I'm I'm all in.
Mhm.
And so it made me do that. Also, I wrote that in one of my things, but this week I ended up being in a crisis. And you had said in advance that, this isn't for that, and if you're in that, it's okay. So that let me know that it was okay to not do that at the time, but then as soon as things got, better, jumped right back in. And so I'm so thankful for that because I would not have been able to navigate with that type of thought process at all. And so as soon the better I was able to jump back in, and the like you said, the videos were right there. I was able to watch them, I made my comments and everything. So I'm just so thankful for that. So every day was something that I needed and could use, and I really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to all this other stuff. I'm like, I have my notes, and I'm going to be a part of all of it because it needs to be ongoing.
Oh, Abby, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And I hope that we do get to see each other. I need to hug your neck and just
Yes,
get
like as
so
soon as you get back, like that part,
excited.
like that's how soon it needs to be.
Yes. Y'all, it's so the side note, Abby and my dad, college Abby's dad and my dad, college friends, and they have pictures of us holding us when we were babies. So like, Abby, I love you so much. So thank you for
I
sharing.
love you too. Thank you.
Anybody else have any comment or anything that they want to share from the week before we kind of bring this to a little bit of a close and pause?
Well, this is Lisa. I'm sorry I had to go off video. I just wanted to say that just like with the upcoming pause event, God just used this 10-day pause to speak to me consistently. Like the message you were bringing repeated in so many places, in so many ways, in so many reminders. And sometimes it would happen right before I watched your video, and then you would talk about something that God had pointed out to me, something that someone else had brought up that really like stuck in me in my head and I knew was for me or I needed to act on it. And then you would speak on it. So I just want to again thank you for like being persistent through all the different things and making this happen because it really lifted me up and reminded me that the things that I'm working on right now are significant. And I know without a doubt that when I go back and look at these videos in another month or two or whenever, I'm going to actually put it on my calendar because I know I'll answer the questions differently. I know I will feel things differently then. So just thank you for planning that and then making it available to us. It's been significant.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for sharing that. I'm so happy, you guys. This is so awesome. Don't you just love when you connect with people and like the message resonates and you know that it's a forever thing, like you have it forever. You can carry the momentum of this with you forever wherever you go and whatever you're doing. It's just so awesome. All right. Anything else before we pause? I think I know who everyone is on here, except I'm not sure who the Zoom user is. So
Hey, Nicole, this is Carrie. I'm the Zoom user, and I
Yay!
finally figured out how to unmute my microphone. I'm so sorry. But like, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to tell them I'm here. But anyway, I just want to thank you so much for this. And I'm so grateful that Lisa invited me. I've had a combination of Lisa's experience and the other woman who shared being in the middle of healing from trauma. These pauses have brought moments where God can speak into those places. When you're recovering, when you're going through hard times, we tend to just get into that survival mode and we just keep doing and doing because we have to. And so these forced pauses have been so life giving to me. And I'm just so grateful. And I know the more that I go back, like I had been already thinking about that, I know as I keep going back to these places, um, I know I'm going to see how much healing God has brought in those spaces and in those revelations. But one of the things I wanted to share is that during these pauses, what God has done is help not all of them, but a lot of the things that God has been speaking to me, help them take root. And I think that's so important in the quiet. There's seeds that are being planted. There's also times when those seeds are being watered. And if we don't sit still for a minute to allow those things to take root, we don't ever see the fruit in our life, and we don't see the growth. We don't even make time for growth. We just keep going in the same direction. And So I love you, the testimony that you shared. I can relate to that so much where God's like, stop. This is not who you really are. This is not the direction I want. This is not the calling that I have on your life. So let's stop for a minute. Let's align. Oh my gosh, that thing, anybody else, that thing about balance and alignment rocked
Yes.
my world, rocked it. So thank you. I don't want to take up too much of the time, but I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so grateful and I'm excited for all that you explained about what's coming next.
Oh, Carrie, thank you for being here. I'm so excited. Actually, Lisa had reached out to me, maybe, I don't know, maybe it was day one or day two, and mentioned you to me, and about how you were printing out the workbooks. And I was just so happy and blessed because it was like a labor of love, honestly. It was like a labor of love, and it was really me after years and years and years of kind of fighting some of the I don't know if it was really fighting, honestly. It was just that life kept happening, and there was just things that kept coming up that were keeping me from being able to really focus in and do all of the things that were in my mind to do. Like, this has been on my, not this exact challenge, but things like this have been on my mind for so long. The Well Collective had been on my mind for years. Like, I've been talking about the Well Collective for so long, and it was finally like, you need to pause. You need to pause so that you can put these things in order because people need it. So thank you for sharing that. And I appreciate you being here, and I'm excited to be able to keep going and building the community, and just really sharing more of my heart and things that I have learned, and just doing it in community because I feel like we're often so alone in our journeys. Just because life is busy, and life, like, even with our friends that we're close to, it's hard to see them. Like, it's hard for me to see Abby. And when I moved away from Lisa, it's hard for me to see Lisa and Marquita, who was another really great friend of mine. It's hard because so much happens. And so I love the idea of being able to create community where we can touch base every now and then, and we there's no obligation. We don't have to, nothing is a have to. It's just, oh, I get to do this. I have the opportunity to access this. I have the opportunity for this. And so yeah, so I'm really excited about everything that's to come. There's so much, like, I could keep talking and talking and talking forever. I'm not going to do that to y'all. But there's so much that's coming that I'm excited to tell you guys about, and excited that I finally have that alignment that Carrie mentioned. I finally have that alignment. And once I got that, that's when things really started rolling. Because before, what I was trying to do was the balance. I was trying to, like, and nothing was, it was just wasn't happening. And now that I'm operating from that place of alignment, I feel the wheels turning, I feel the momentum. And so I'm glad that each of you is here with me for that. Um, and so, yeah, let's just have a moment together where we pause. Let's just take a breather, and um I let's see, make sure I have my timer. I like the pause of silence. I've been talking a lot. So why don't we just, and you do whatever you want, if you want to close your eyes, if you want to, whatever it is, but I think let's just sit in silence for a moment, and let's do what Carrie said. Let's invite that process of the roots going down deep. Let's just sit in that and be like, with the intention of, you know what, God, we received a lot this week, and now we just want it to settle. We want it to go down deep, and let it grow into what you want it to grow into for our individual lives. All right. So let's just do one minute of silence together, and then we close out. Okay. Good. Okay, ladies. How how's everybody? How was your 1 minute? Yes. Awesome. Okay. It felt good to me too. I was trying to stay focused because I know that I'm about to go into something that is going to be like high energy, lots of emotions and so it felt good to just take that moment to settle and just just be in the moment. So anyway, I thank you guys. Oh, thank you, Marquita. I'm so glad that you were able to pop in with us. And I am going to um and um again, look for emails from me where there'll be links for if you want to be a part of the Well Collective. There'll be a link for the pause sessions if you want to join the pause sessions. And soon there will be more information about the life mapping workshop, which is going to be so fun. So fun. So, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And remember, it's World Mental Health Day. So take care of yourselves today. Reach out to a friend who might need a little nudge of love or compassion or encouragement today, too. Okay. Just in honor of the day of World Mental Health Day. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for pouring into yourself these 10 days. And remember, as we've talked about through the whole time, it's there forever now. You can continually go back to it. And oh, I can't remember if you were on, Carrie, at the time when I was explaining the thing about the playlist. There is now an actual playlist link for all of the videos. So you can just have that link and it'll take you through 1 through 9 every time. So you can even, instead of trying to forward emails to people or whatever, you can just take that link and share that link with a friend and you'll always have all 9 videos. So, all right, ladies, have an amazing day. Love each of you so much. Thank you for being here. And we will chat soon. Hopefully, I'll see you at one of the pause sessions. All right. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
You.
Love you, Nicole.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.